Good evening, students.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Hello, whether the screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we start with the next part, that is Enterprise 2.0. Now here what it is, it's the use of technology in the organization. Now here we can call it as a strategic integration also of Web 2.0, which we had seen in the previous session. I had discussed this Web 2.0 in the previous session, technologies into an enterprise intranet, extranet, and business processes. They generally use a combination. Maybe if you have a social software, the collaborative technologies like blogs, social bookmarking, social networking, okay, into this. Most of the enterprises 2.0 technologies, they emphasize on employee, partner, and consumer collaboration. So here the basic framework or the idea is collaborative approach in between the constituents of the digital ecosystem. Now this adoption of this enterprises technologies can help in efficient mechanism or smooth flow of work in the organization. It enhances the productivity of the organizations and innovation. The innovative ideas can come up by encouraging employees and other stakeholders of an organization to share information if there are any problems, business related problems, they can come together and share with each other. Now, this Enterprise 2.0 tools make it easier to share and organize the information. That's why I have taken the point, helps in sharing information. Now here, tagging and rating provide a straightforward way to find content and make judgments about what to look at. Now it has the Enterprise 2.0 has the potential to provide knowledge and content management in a very, easy way and even inexpensive mode also. Now here when we say it's a social, we say it's a collaboration. That means it helps to integrate the technologies and the solutions from the point of view of employees, partners, suppliers, and customers who work together to build strong networks. So people from all the area or the spur come together and move ahead. It lets you implement a multi-party conversation to share information and manage knowledge inside and outside the organization using blogs and wikis, social networking, tagging, rating systems, and the like. Now, few of the technologies common in Web 2.0 have the direct relevance to the enterprises also. Now, in a software company, the users could sharp tips and tricks, develops the brainstorming here to come up with the ideas, share the information, the files, in a conference room, that is without coming face to face. Okay, they share the ideas, the innovative thoughts, they come together to solve the problems. Now here you come across such type of thing. Basically, when we speak of the IT companies, are there are the projects. Okay, different projects are there, and in a project, irrespective of the physical distancing or the physical distance, they do not matter much. The stress is on to move ahead, solve the current issues. So social networking tools empower to build the virtual businesses with the members of the team of an organization. Now linkedin is one of the example, or Facebook marketing is one of the example, you can say. We have today the Google Meet. These are different platforms, okay, wherein the people, they connect together, they come together, they have some common aims or objectives, and they want to resolve the issues and gain uh, the objectives. They also provide new business opportunities. They look ahead to take the organization from the current level to the expected or desired level. This social networking tools can help to find the trustworthiness, okay, among one another. Now, salespeople could find out the clients attending the conference, the meetings ahead of time, which is also done up with the social networking tool called like paired up. Now, here the tagging enables individuals to categorize information in a way that makes sense to them. It's also makes use of a graphic called tag cloud, which is very much popularity of each tag. The more it is requested, the larger it appears in the cloud. Now this helps people identify the most popular tags quickly and just trace the contents on the websites. Now rating gives community participants the ability to assign qualitative and popularity values to content. Now the greater the content is generated, a rating system provides a way for users to sift through it. So here we can say it's the wisdom of the crowd. The next is a social bookmarking. It's a system for sharing browser bookmarks made popular among consumers. Now, marketing teams could use social bookmarks for competitive analysis, or to just have a look at what the competitor is doing, how the sales are moving, whether there are any opportunities. So they share the information about the competitors, the companies, the workers, the feedback from the customers. Now the RSS is the glue holding much of this together. That is really simple syndication. It pushes the information to individuals using a subscription model. Just like you can subscribe to a blog, other social tools, so can customers, business partners, and employees. So RSS lets the enterprise keep others afraid of changes, and it updates automatically. There are more useful enterprise 2.0 tools also. One is searchable web-based email, wherein you can organize using tags. Gmail is what mostly we use. Web-based conferencing like WebEx you have. We have the virtual meetings like we have the Google Meet. Today we are uh, virtually meeting together. Maybe I am just delivering the session through this Zoom platform. So we are sharing. Maybe I am sharing the knowledge with all the participants here. So same is applicable to the organizations or the industry. Trainings modules can be conducted through the virtual modes. That's why we say technology and the social media, they both go hand in hand. They work together. Now with the help of this technology and the social media, that is when the organization uses the tool of the social media, it develops references and trustworthiness among the different parties in the ecosystem, or we can say the different entities of the organization or business. Now here, in case of this Enterprise 2.0 removes the size and complexity of the earlier systems which were available. These Enterprise 2.0 are not expensive. There is no expertise needed as such. Okay. Anybody can easily become a part of that particular website or the system. The tools are very much simple and easy. They require no training. There is no need. Unlike the desktop deployments, using web to deploy enterprises tools means employees can access their critical data, whether that's documents, the RSS feeds, bookmarks, or whatever, wherever they are, so long as they have the internet access. That is very important, a bridge which builds between the two entities, that is organizations, or in between two people. If the manager is providing training to the employees who are situated at a distance locations, then the only thing common in them is they should have the internet, and on the virtual interface they can interact with the trainer. Now this Enterprise 2.0, it provides new opportunities or options to open up with the conversation with partners, suppliers, or customers. Now, communication is both ways, enabling you to share your ideas, your information, your complaints, etc. Now, as you have the advantages, you do have the limitations of the system. One of the important issue in this is the security. Security is the biggest problem for many of them. The vendors are beginning to develop enterprise level delivery platforms. So the security issues poses a problem here. One might argue that sharing content is like giving control of it to others. Many of them, they try to create good message and build a brand. So here, as if it's like losing control of the content when you are sharing it on the website. And many a times it happens that it may be difficult for IT pros to give up the control over the IT systems they depend on. Now here, it also puts more control in the hands of the user and less in the IT department. So here, for many of them, it becomes difficult to accept these shifts also. The companies in every industry are adopting collaborative software platforms that enable employees to generate more and better output. Now, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Wikipedia, they are having the best sources. Okay, they are most of the popular websites where people move into collaborate with the information or sharing of knowledge. Now here Enterprise 2.0 is also referred as E2.0 also. And the basic emphasis is on, or the striking feature is to emphasize on new technologies. So here sharing is done through these new technologies. That is what is the emphasis upon. Now it also includes social and networked modifications to corporate intranets and other social platforms. Because if you see today, nowadays, the companies are using Many CRM solutions or customer relationship management, that is, or ERP, enterprise resource planning techniques, wherein they think of automation of the work culture with the help of these technicalities. These tools are used, and with the integration of the social media also, you can carry forward this work. The application of Web 2.0 style tools and practices inside organizations with the purpose of fostering collaboration and collective intelligence also plays an important role. It also enhances the workers' knowledge, productivity, and ultimately improves the effectiveness and competence of an organization. It also forms the main feature of online viral usage adapted by the companies to interact with suppliers, customers, shareholders, and employees. It helps in streamlining business processes by enhancing these collaborations, that is connecting people through the use of social media tools. That is also possible here. So this is about the enterprise 2.0. Now the next is the entrepreneur networks. Now network being a system of interconnected components. When we say it's a network, that is, there is interconnectedness between the different components of a system. Maybe if you take the production system, maybe you take the HR system or the IT solution or the software systems. We say it's the networking. Even in case of social media, just now I spoke of collaborations, which speaks of networking. So networking is interconnectedness with the components. That is association of entrepreneurs organized formally or maybe informally with the object of increasing the business activities. So that is what we call it as a entrepreneur networks. So when an entrepreneur starts his business, okay, through this e-commerce tools, we say there is association, and it is what is the entrepreneur networks. Now the typical examples may be like Chamber of Commerce, Association of Ethnically Similar Business Owners. You may have the Lions Club, Rotary Club, alumni associations. Hello, which are based on the business development. Or community-based business clubs, industry associations you have, investment clubs you have, some venture capitals organizations, they come together. So you have different set of organizations. Those are the examples of this entrepreneur networking. There are social organizations which offer different types of resources to start or improve entrepreneurial projects. Now, basically, this works well for the new startups or ventures. It is more useful. Now, one of the benefit of it is one of the quicker modes to move ahead in the business. It's organized system of relationships. So here the entrepreneurial network is a social network, not only to properly run the business, but also to differentiate the business from the similar projects also. And the basic objective of it is to bring together a broad selection of professionals and a pool of resources. So here, the basic thing is coming together or networking with the people who will help you to move ahead with your business processes or activities. Now here to provide motivation, direction and increase access to opportunities and other skill sets is also possible. Promotion of talent is welcomed here. The membership compositions may consist of maybe a lawyers association, an engineers association, government people or institutions. There may be technocrats, there may be educationists, those who have the networks or single groups. Okay, so those who can share their experiences. So we can say in a way it is a collective participation. If into the business you have many of the suppose competitors also uh, become a part of it, more than 2 3 entrepreneurs with the same product line, if they come together, they have their own networks. It will also help to build relationship with the competitors also. Formally I'm speaking, not informally here. Common problems are there wherein they can share their common problems. Maybe if the government has come up with certain rules or regulations which may hamper the current business scenario, so these people they come together and try to resolve the issues or problems. Now the entrepreneurial networks are organized systems of relationship with customers, suppliers and other entrepreneurs, with relatives, other agents, like I said, suppliers, government agencies, the intermediaries, and the potential partners also. Entrepreneurial networks also explore business opportunities collectively and engage in a redistribution of resources and profits also. So that's why I said in totality we can say it's a collective participation. This is about the entrepreneur networks. So here people come together to achieve a common goal. They share the common platform here with them together. Now the next part is enterprise social networking. Now here we can say is the workplace communities. That is the it's a platform wherein the people in an organization or with the similar projects they come together, they communicate with each other. This incorporates teams messaging, the project management, collaboration tools, and much more. Conversation may occur through status updates, topic threads, comments, or direct messaging channels. Many of them they also offer company-wide announcement, news to broadcast company, communications, advertising, individual messages, which encourages the employee advocacy also. With the help of these tools, people get connected within the workforce. They use their business applications also. It focuses on providing private connections within an organization with the help of platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Now, communication is on the top benefit of this tool. The basic aim of this enterprise social networking is communication. Maybe with the people you know, maybe with the people you don't know, because here there is interconnectedness of one enterprise to the other or one entity to the other. A good company directory will also provide the employees department or role as well as any specialties they may have. The skill set sharings are many a times possible because of this enterprise social networking. Access by mobile, desktop devices, laptop devices through the tabs, in the teams make the things much more simpler. Whatever might be the critical situations the team is facing, okay, the company or the organization is facing, they try to make it simpler. The complex problems or try to solve within very less time limit. Activity streams and team-wide announcements provide the main interface here. Now there is integrated work effort. A centralized collaboration always allows the tool to work together regardless of where they are physically placed. Anywhere if they are placed, the whole globe is working. Maybe you have a manager in India, you have a manager in Singapore, you have a manager based in US or Japan, anywhere. Okay, they try to come up with the different strategies and how to move ahead. It helps them to discuss the problems with respect to their nations and their projects. It also minimizes the travel costs. There is no need to come to office every now and then. Virtually, one can just share the problems and get the solutions from the experts of the relevant field. So placing the shared files, to-do list and reminders in one channel. Okay, the team comes to know about what is to be done and gets the things done within no time. Shared files and integrations with tools like OneDrive, Google Drive, they are critically well managed by this. Using these integrations, access to any file is possible for any of the employee at any particular time from multiple devices and talk about it right within your channel. So here there is no dependency on a single person. When the system works, the technology works, there is no dependency on a single person because the information is already shared. So here the management gets the improvement, especially across distributed and remote teams working on a single project and establishing expectations and norms for better work-life balance. Now using apps like WhatsApp and Facebook, Instagram, which employees use in day-to-day makes it more difficult for them to shut off work at the end of the day. That blurred work-life balance becomes detrimental on the effects of the employees. This leads to lower workplace productivity, even poor moral many of the times. Confusing collections. Now here, this is the other side of the coin which we are speaking. As they are beneficial due in part to their ability to gather files, conversations and activity in one place, but it again depends upon the IQ of a particular manager or an employee. Because all of them are clubbed together at a single place, one should know which file is required at a particular time. Too much of the data is also a problem again. So here placing of information through this networking also poses its own challenges. Now, enterprise social networking makes use of the online social networks among people who share business interests or activities. It's often a facility regarded as a primary component of the Enterprise 2.0, which essentially is a social software which is used in the enterprise. It encompasses modifications to corporate intranets, also referred as social intranets, and other classic software platforms used by large companies to organize their communication, collaboration, and other aspects of business. Now, if you consider its applications, now Medpedia is one about 70 medical wikis that allows physicians and researchers to share the information. While the information is free and publicly available, contributions are limited to those provided by medical professions. Deloitte has been the pioneer in its use of the corporate social networking applications for consultations. Boral Limited was one of the first major building and construction materials company in Australia to adopt enterprise social networking using the Yammer platform. Now, implementing a private sales social network provides a means to quickly disperse company sales knowledge. Smart companies are using social media tools to outsource their work to their customers. In addition to using social networking, the enterprise companies are involving customers in the design process also. Now, here the key issues are like lack of adaptation in this. The problem is with the suppose if the training in the use of entrepreneurial social networking tools is not provided to the employees, they do not have much of the experience, then it becomes difficult from them to imbibe these technological innovative channels. So here precautions should be taken by the companies to train the employees as far as this enterprise social networking is considered. The sharing of information across the enterprise also ensures the transparency by all the sectors of the organization. There is often an assumption that these sites will not work in a particular industry, or it may be perceived as not professional, but that's not the case. Okay, today if you see working on the social networking and marketing on the social networking for the businesses or to penetrate into the market, achieving higher market share, moving ahead with the large profits. That is the mantra today. If somebody becomes conservative or he focuses or emphasizes just on the traditional style of organization, then uh, it will pose a problem for that organization in the era of social networking to move ahead. Privacy and security is also one of the issue which is associated with social networking sites. Some people will say that this is just the part of globalization or the new technology, growth of technology, while others they believe that it is the right of the citizen that our data should be protected. Everybody needs to be the protection as far as the security of data is considered. If you see recently WhatsApp had faced this problem. Because of social tools, many things that were normally private, much more public, including all types of corporate data, many organizations would rather wait for best practices to be imbibed in this social networking environment. So we say that security is still a concern for many of them. That's why they are not adapting this new practice. Again, many of them they are concerned with the impact and effect of behavioral issues here. As there are more interactions on the social networking, there is a possibility of loosely binding of the business processes, and there is a concern for the structured information systems on the websites. So attention management, death by trivia, dominant personalities, behavioral adoption, and influence strategies are the major issues involved as far as this enterprise social networking is considered. Now, it is an internal social network which is used as an aid to communication within its business processes or systems. Organization uses a network to cover vast range of activities and operations. Now, here the central theme is relationship. Relationship between different entities of business and the employees also. Now, instead of having your email boxes just cluttered up, okay, here it may give a more quick and clear discussion in the real time people may have, maybe in a public forum or in the private discussions. They can just chat with each other or just communicate through different platforms available and get hold of the time to move ahead, especially when the situations are very much critical. So it can greatly improve the collaborations to enhance the efficiency of the organization. They have quick access to knowledge from employees across the organization that allows them to solve business problems in a timely manner. Now, enterprise social networking, it can have the positive impact on the company's culture also. The people, as a set of the subset of organization, communicate and build networks for better relationships in the organization. They also find out the innovative means or innovative ways to get connected with the employees, staff, with the customers, with the suppliers. So it enhances again the employee engagement towards the organization. Providing data to individuals inside and outside an enterprises, empowering employees and promoting consumer loyalty is of prime importance here. This is about the enterprise social networking. The next part is benefits and limitations of this social commerce. Now, what are the benefits of this social commerce? It is a process of selling and buying of products and services over the social media platforms or social media websites. Today we see that there is a Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Pinterest. All these help the owners to tap the markets with the help of this technological bridge, which brings the seller and the buyer very much closer. Now here, if you see the benefits part, it's a direct reach. So in social commerce, you directly come in contacts with the consumers or the customers through the social website. Suppose if you opt for a Facebook marketing, through the Facebook marketing, you get to know with the networking from one friend to the other or from one company to the other. Slowly and steadily, you try to increase your networking or the reach to the customers in the market. So when we say it's a social commerce, okay, through knowing people or person or organizations, you try to reach out to more of the people, create awareness about your products or your business, try to get the feedbacks, Place the reviews on your websites, customer satisfaction levels on the websites. So here directly you come to know about the target group of customers, the customer satisfaction, any gap is there. Okay, if a customer is not satisfied, then what is he expecting from the organization? When you come to know, you can modify it. So directly you are speaking to the end consumers here. That is what is the direct reach. Since you are directly reaching to the customers, there are no intermediaries. The cost is very much less here. It's not expensive. You are not heavily promoting the product through maybe discounts or advertising through print media. So all of your money for these promotions is much more, it is saved in this case, especially when the businesses are startups, or we can say small scale industries. It's very helpful to reach out with this social networking websites or with this media. Now, when we say it's a social marketing or a social commerce, if a product is good, if a person is satisfied by using or consuming the product, ultimately he will refer his friends, family, or businesses towards you. In a way, it helps to build brand. So here, branding becomes much more simpler and easier. It provides a platform to build a brand through offering customized quality based product to the customer. It also helps to inculcate relationship with the customers. So maybe since you have the data of the customer, because you are asked, most of the website they ask for registration, isn't it? They ask you for a lot of data. So maybe they make use of this data. They may send you a card on your birthday and on anniversaries. Maybe they will greet you on special occasions, on festivals. In this way, they are trying to build relationship with the customers or with the business organizations in one way or the other. So within no time, as there is the big data analytics is there, it helps to build relationships with all the entities of the business. Easy buy or easy purchase. So here for the customers, once if they just open up with the internet, with the click of the mouse or the button, it's very easy for them to browse different websites. They come to know about the different product availability or services which are availed. They can compare the prices of the products. They can have a look at competitors prices, competitors products. They can think of comparing them. They can think of availing certain promotional offers also. There are certain points which are given to the customers, those who are the loyalty building part of the loyalty building programs. So here it's much easy. Time is not a restriction. There is no need for you to physically move from your place. So it gives a very easy option for the customers, even for the sellers. They place it on the uh, their website. Customer comes to know about what is there and what is not there. More options. So here within the less time span, the customer gets more options to view. Within less time, they can think of comparing. They can think of comparing various attributes here. Now, as we have the advantages also, we do have the limitations also here. No more options. Okay, as I said, it's a benefit. It's also a limitation or the drawback of the system. Now, why we say it's a drawback? More options. Maybe they get to know about the competitors. If the competitor enters with a new product, they would like to shift. Okay, so the loyalty of the customer may get hampered here in this case. So this becomes challenging for the businesses or companies to continue with the customer loyalty. Every now and then the companies have to be on the toes to ensure that the customer is not switching to the competitive products. The next problem is regarding the authenticity. Now, though there is trustworthiness, but still, as far as the authenticity of the website is considered, there is still problem as far as the perception of the customers is considered. The authenticity is questionable. The customers are much more concerned about their privacy part. Nobody wants to reveal the data. How the company will make the use of the data, that is one of the crucial problem which many of them they think about. Now here there is also a limitation as far as the rural market is considered. Since people are not that educated, or maybe they don't have that outlook, or they don't have that much knowledge, tapping the rural market becomes a bit difficult. Again, as I said, the authenticity, the frauds, the cyber crimes, they are increasing. The trustworthiness is again questionable here. While you have the payments, e-payments and options, many a times, though the government is taking a lot of efforts towards improving the policies towards cyber security measures of the social networking websites as well as the social commerce websites, but still it's a long way ahead. Now, any doubts as far as this part is considered? We have to move to the next part, that is the social collaboration. Collaborate together, as the name suggests. Now, 86% of employees believe failures in workplace happen because of lack of collaboration or ineffective communication. Most of the business leaders, they know how important collaboration is for their internal teams to work seamlessly and effortlessly. Social collaboration encourages employees from different spheres of the company to come together and work together. The digitization mode, that is the digital tools, have helped to make the work a better place, to come up with the solutions on a quick basis, to enhance the smooth flow of work. Now, it's a process through which multiple people, groups, or departments can collaborate or communicate with each other to achieve the common aims or objectives. Basically, the collaboration takes place where people come together on a single platform or on the single issue. Whether anything is interlinked or interconnected, then only they come together. It is also referred as enterprise social networking. And the products that support collaboration are called enterprise social networks. When employees or the teams work independently, they may have the knowledge, domain knowledge of their own self, okay? But when they collaborate and they come together, they understand the other side also. Maybe if you have the IT people who are cribbing on the marketing or the finance teams, that because of them the problem is not solved, there may be an integrated approach. Even those IT people will come to know about the problems faced by these independent departments, that what are their issues or their problems, and it helps in smooth flow of the work. it helps in knowledge transfer also. So if you have an executive who wants to transfer the technological know-how to the others, then through the social collaboration they come together and try to transfer these techniques or knowledge to others through these social collaboration platforms. Now, a dedicated communication channel where teams can post their queries, the employees working across the company, they can respond and they can come together. It helps in imbibing the cultures on being on toes or joining hands together and moving ahead. By combining a culture of transparency and openness, the company leaders, they can encourage the people to be more transparent, to be more cooperative with their colleagues. They may have different brainstorming sessions with each other. With social collaboration, they can achieve higher growth through productivity enhancement. The skills of employees can be upgraded. Now, many of the, if you see today on the backdrop of COVID, many of the people, those who are working remotely, that is work from home culture, they may have come across these experiences. The sharing of concepts on digital collaboration environment, it helps in promoting your ideas, processes to other individuals. They help employees to feel connected with the organization by giving them a clear idea about what the projects are, about where the team is heading towards. So the ultimate base or fundamentals is to allow the businesses to communicate with other individuals, other businesses, other entities. Now these social collaborations are related to social networking. While social networking is based upon individuals, social collaboration is entirely group centric. Now here we finished with these points. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, we will stop here today. And again tomorrow morning we will continue. Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am. Thank you.
झाला का लेक्चर